iCarly is back, everyone, and I got to check out the first 3 episodes on Paramount Plus right now, and I'm so excited to discuss this show with you guys because I'm sure if you're watching this, you're a major fan of iCarly, just like I am. And the original show was like always that comfort show that I could always go to and watch. Great theme song, great characters, great laughs, and still to this day, it's a lot of fun. Now, I know there's a lot of behind-the-scenes issues with everything with the creator and some of the stuff that went down with Jeanette McCurdy. We're not going to discuss that right now. We're going to discuss what this new reboot does, because that's what I'm excited about. And this will contain no spoilers for the first 3 episodes, just in case you haven't gotten your hands on watching it yet, or in general, you just where you live at, you don't have Paramount Plus, and I get that. But I'm happy and excited to see when you finally get to check out the show, because within the first 3 episodes, it seemed like nothing had ever changed. It seemed like everyone just like it picked back up after that long hiatus of them being gone and really much seeing where they were all at now in their lives. And I love that. I think they all kind of fit back into their roles so well. And for me, Miranda Cosgrove is just so charming and delightful as Carly Shay, and even with her brother Jerry Traynor, who is absolutely like one of the best characters in the original show, and even if you've watched Drake and Josh, Crazy Steve, he is someone who I'm surprised never blew up, because I feel like he is just comedic gold. And he's fantastic as well in this reboot. And same, of course, with Freddie himself, which is, of course, played by Nathan Kress. And it's just great to see these 3 back together. Now, again, the Jeanette McCurdy thing, it does suck not having Sam there. I do miss her there. But the way that they kind of talk about her and bring her into the light kind of leaves that open door that if Jeanette McCurdy ever does want to come in, I get it. If she never does, that's fine. We know what Sam's doing. We know all that sorts of stuff. For me, though, the interesting aspect was seeing how they were going to bring iCarly into the modern world. Because when iCarly debuted, web shows, like YouTube and stuff, were growing, and they were big, but not as big as they are today, where now in the pocket of your hand, you can do a viral video. You can make content, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, you can make content on your phone now. And this is a big aspect of seeing how iCarly is able to play that in here. And just see how the show is running now. It's really interesting to see how she is a phenomenon, but now there's a bunch of other people out there like that, other influencers, per you say. And I find that to be a really interesting aspect that I hope that in the rest of the season they kind of touch in a little bit more. Another fun aspect is seeing 2 of the new highlighted stars in here, which of course is Lacey Mosley, who plays Harper, and Jaden Triplett, who plays Millicent. Let me say this right now. Flat out, both those characters are my favorite aspect of the reboot so far. I loved Harper and I loved Millicent. I love the way that they set up these characters. I love the way that they interact with the rest of the crew, and it just seems so seamless. It seems like they've been a part of this world the entire time, especially Harper, who I think is absolutely probably my favorite new character in here so far. And again, nothing going against Millicent, who I think is also great. She has some great laughs through the first 3 episodes, but Harper really much is Carly's best friend in here. And just seeing how she reacts, seeing how she supports, and just seeing their interactions really much feels like they are best friends. And again, I can't wait to see what they do with these characters next. I think the writing is so fresh and wild. And again, they're not catering to kids anymore. There's, of course, that lowbrowing humor, but it really much, this is a show made for the people who grew up with iCarly. If you never grew up with iCarly, or you just didn't like the show when you were younger, the show isn't for you. If you love iCarly and you grew up with it, the show is made for you. Grown with you with age, and you can definitely feel that more of adult humor and flair in there. And some of the jokes in there, I was like, wow, they actually did that. And it was fun to see, and I'm excited to see how they touch into that even a little bit more. Now, when it comes to cons, I have a couple of worries for this season, and I will say in the first episode I had this issue, the next 2 not so much. Within the first episode, it did feel like they were trying to find their grip back on these characters, and it didn't feel as natural as I wanted it to. And maybe that's just me, but a couple of friends I also discussed with kind of felt that it didn't feel as naturally flowing as the original show did. It really much felt like they're either rehearsing, making a sitcom, and they're just playing themselves of some nature. I don't know really how to describe it. It just didn't feel natural. But then the second episode came back in, and it felt a little bit better. Then by the third episode, I was like, okay, now this feels like the iCarly that I was really missing. And I'm glad that it's starting to hit that approach again, but I need to see where the rest of the season goes to see if this is truly like what I want, and to see how long range they really have for storytelling in here, and what more elements you could really tell with these characters. Because where they ended at, I always felt that there was more you could go about it, and the way that this episode and the way that the season really much opens back up again kind of opens those to new levels. So I'm really interested to hear my thoughts on it. I'm really interested to see where it goes. And in general, I just had fun with it. It was like returning to old friends that you haven't seen in forever, but absolutely just laughing and smiling once again, and the new additions to the cast are awesome. And I'm really excited, and I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. So make sure to comment down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts. How excited are you for the new iCarly show? Are you? Are you not? Did you like the jokes? Do you have Paramount Plus? Let's discuss it all down there, guys. And who overall is your favorite iCarly character? Let's have that blast talking about it down there. Of course, guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, until next time, stay classy.